Hey, what's up boxers? This is Zach with Buildbox. In this video, we are going to go over the top 10 sites for free 3D game art. This is taken from a blog post written by our staff writer here at Buildbox, Tiana Crump. Tiana manages the Buildbox blog and writes a bunch of fantastic articles and writes them frequently. So if you want to check out the Buildbox blog, definitely go over to the website, go to the community tab and click on Buildbox blog and follow along with Tiana Crump's blog. It's really, really great. It's a really useful source if you want to get into game development. All right, so let's get started. So first on the list is free3d.com. Now there's a whole bunch of great 3D models here to choose from, but the files that you're looking for are the .obj files. So you definitely want to check out the OBJ models. Very soon we're going to have FBX capability, but for right now we're working with just OBJ and Buildbox 3. You can also go over here to animated models and use these models as well. You just want to scroll down, and the ones that you want to look for are the ones that have this little .obj file thrown in there. So this air drone looks pretty cool, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select this air drone just to start. Okay, so the color on this is pretty awesome. I wonder if it comes with the texture as well. So it says here texture is not included. Okay, that's no big deal. So all you have to do is just click the download button and then select the OBJ download. And then I'm going to drag this download out into my desktop so that we can use it for Buildbox real quick. So I'm going to just drag this out here and I'm going to minimize this, and then we'll go ahead and throw this in. So there's a lot of great templates here that the drone could work as the main character. I think Deep Fly would be good. Another one would be Float. Heck, I think you could even use it for Twisted Road. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and just choose Deep Fly. I think it'd be cool to see a drone flying through those holes right there. So I'm going to load this up and we'll get started. All right, so first I'm going to go into my 3D world here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and then we're going to switch out this main character for the drone. I'm going to go over here to my OBJ file. I'm going to just double click it and open it up. And great, okay. And then I'm going to just throw this OBJ into my game. So you can see here we've got this drone all set up here ready to go, but you can also see that there's this white plane that's underneath it that's attached to the drone. And so we don't want that. So there's an easy way to get rid of that. We're going to open up Blender real fast, and we're going to fix up this OBJ file real fast. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just hit delete on my keyboard, and I'm going to get rid of this air drone for right now. And then I'm going to fix up the OBJ file. So let's go ahead and let's open up Blender. So I'm going to open up Blender right now. And if you're not familiar with Blender, then I recommend watching another video that I made called Using Blender with Buildbox, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. Okay, great. So I'm going to click out of here, and then remember you want to use the right click on your mouse, and then I'm going to hit X on my keyboard, and then I'm going to delete this main object. I'm going to go over here to File, and then Import in OBJ file or Wavefront. So I'm going to select my desktop, I'm going to select my air drone, and then I'm going to import the OBJ. Okay, cool. So we've got the OBJ here. So it's really, really simple. We're going to go ahead and just first we're going to move this down, and we're going to center it as best we can where the drone is in the center. So that looks pretty good. I think I might move it down just a little bit more. And then we need to move it over here to the side. Okay, great. And then we're going to just select this plane over here on the bottom. Just select that one so that the plane is the only thing that's selected. I'm going to hit X on my keyboard and delete the plane. So now I can go to File and then Export, and then export Wavefront, the OBJ file. And then we'll go ahead and select my desktop, and I'll name this Drone, just Drone. And then I'm going to export the OBJ. Perfect. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to exit out of Blender real fast. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw the drone now in there for the OBJ. Okay, great. So now we've got the OBJ file inside Buildbox, and more importantly, we have that mesh inside Buildbox. Oops, I'm going to hit Control-Z. I grabbed the wrong thing. So I'm going to grab my drone and move this up. Okay, cool. And so what I want to do is I want to replace this character with my drone. So I'm going to go over here to Deep Fly, and I'm actually going to hit D on my keyboard and duplicate Deep Fly just so that I have a copy of it just in case. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my Deep Fly over here on the left, and then I'm going to go over here to the mesh, and I'm going to click this little edit button, and I'm going to change the mesh on this Deep Fly main character. So this is the old mesh that we have here with the old plane. We don't want that one, so I'm going to select the new mesh here with just the drone, and I'm going to click Save. You can see that the new mesh has been replaced, and you can see it over here in the icon. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the drone OBJ. I'm not going to need that one anymore. I'm going to go ahead and toss this drone in there, and I can get rid of the deep fly old main character, and I can move it back down here, and then great. So now we have a drone here as the main character. Okay, I just need to select deep fly and then move it up. Okay, perfect. So this is looking good. We have now replaced that pyramidal character with this cool looking drone. We can even change the color of this drone. So I'm going to go ahead and double click on the color, and then I'm going to go over here and maybe switch it up to more of like an orange color. Okay, cool. I think that's a good color of orange. So now we need to change the collision shape on this drone. So if you select this character and you turn on the collision shape editor, you can see that it's still a sphere from when it was a pyramid object. So we need to double click on our deep fly character. We need to go to our start node here and go over here to the collision shape and change it to mesh. And then click the edit button, and we can select our drone.obj file and save that as the mesh, and that's going to be the collision shape for our drone in our 3D world. So now we're going to go ahead and select our character again, hit the collision shape editor, and now switch this over to mesh. And so now you'll see that I'm going to go ahead and scale this up a little bit. You can see it's the same shape as the drone in the 3D world. So I'm going to hit Control Z so that it goes back to normal. And then now let's go ahead and preview our game and test this out. And you know what else might be really cool is to give this deep fly character a texture instead of just a color. So I've got this little texture here that I created in Illustrator, and I'm going to just drop it in here and give it kind of a cooler effect. You can see here that it looks a little bit different. So now let's go ahead and press play, and let's see what that looks like. Alright, this little drone looks awesome. So we've successfully created a brand new character for our game, used one of the templates, and it looks great. So let's go ahead and move on to number 2 on the list. Alright, number 2 on the list is Turbosquid.com, and there's a lot of great 3D models here. They're not all free, but if you go over here to 3D models, there's a drop down menu, and you just go to free 3D models, and then you can select from the free 3D models. One 3D model that I thought was pretty cool was this tree here, so I went ahead and I clicked on this. Now to download it, you do actually have to have an account with Turbosquid, but once you do have that account squared away, you can go ahead and download all the free models. It's really easy. You just go down here to show all, and then you select the leaf PNG for the texture, the bark PNG for the texture, and you can download the tree OBJ file. Now when you set this up, you're going to have to go into Blender and split up the leaves and the trunk and the branches up so that you can apply the textures separately. So I have the trunk here set up with the bark texture, and I've got the trunk and the branches mesh here set up as well, and then I've got the leaves set up with the leaves texture, and you can see it here together, put together in our scene, and it looks really cool. And you can go ahead and I'll show you, you can move these leaves separately from the tree and the branches there, but once you've got them locked in, you can link them together and make this a child of the trunk and branches, and then you can scale them down and make little bushes or do whatever you want with these little trees. It looks really cool. So that's another one on the list. Alright, number 3 on the list is Microsoft's Remix 3D. So this is remix3d.com, and there's a whole bunch of great 3D models here to choose from. You just scroll down and you can look at the list of animals, dinosaurs, flowers and plants. There's some Minecraft 3D models. There's some great characters. So I definitely recommend coming to this website and checking it out and choosing a few that you like. You definitely need to have an account to use these 3D models, so you just need to register first, but this is another great source put out by Microsoft. Okay, so number 4 on the list is CGTradercom. This is another fantastic resource for 3D models. So when you go to the website, the one thing I recommend off the bat is to just type in free, and then go ahead and just search the word free, and then you'll see a price range up here in the top left corner that you can adjust, but mainly the ones that you're looking for here are the ones with the little green free sign here, and those are the ones that are free, and then you want to of course grab OBJ files. So this is another great resource, so I definitely recommend checking this one out as well. Right on. So number 5 on the list is Claraio. So this is another great resource for free 3D models. When you go to the website, you probably should register. You're going to have to register at some point to download. But when you're searching for the 3D models, you just go over here to free 3D models at the top menu, and then you should have a list here that you can choose from, or you can scroll down and look at the images yourself and choose from those. So this is another fantastic resource for 3D models. Okay, cool. So number 6 on the list is opengameart.org. This is a fantastic website for 3D models, and there's all sorts of game art here. There's 2D as well. This is a pretty popular one. So what you want to do when you go to the website is just go down here to Browse and then select 3D art, and then it'll give you a whole bunch of 3D art to choose from, and you just go through the different pages and download the ones you want. It's a really, really great resource. Alright, awesome. So number 7 on the list is Google Poly, and the address for that one is poly.google.com. This is another great resource for finding 3D models. You just go to the website, you scroll down, and you can find things like spiders and entire homes built, little bicycle dude, and you just click on them and you can download the OBJ files and throw them into Buildbox 3. It is really, really simple and another fantastic resource. Okay, great. So number 8 on the list is IOwnOil or IOwnOil.com. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but it's another great resource for 3D art. You can go over here to the menu and click on 3D art, and then you can select from some of the free ones over the years and select which ones will work best for your game. It's another great resource, definitely worth checking out. Okay, cool. So number 9 on the list is DMI Car 3D Models, and the website for that is dmi-3d.net. So if you're looking to make a game that has some vehicles in it, or you're just looking for some free 3D car models, then this is the place you want to go. They have some really excellent 3D models for vehicles. You can find tons of great stuff here, so I definitely suggest checking it out if you're looking to make a vehicle type game. Okay, great. Last but not least, number 10 on the list is NASA 3D Resources, and it's got kind of a funky website address, so I'm just going to list it right here, and you can have the links to all of these websites down in the description below. But these 3D models are great because they come directly from space. I'm just joking. No, but there's some really cool space themed 3D models here. So if you're looking to make a space game and you want to use a few of these are fantastic. I definitely recommend checking these out. All right, Boxers, that's it for this video. I hope you thought this video was useful, and keep an eye out for more videos to come very soon.